Hello everyone, I'm ExxotikGaming and welcome back to another Pixelgun 3D colored weapon gameplay. It's been quite some time since the last episode. Turquoise weapon gameplay was released, so hopefully you're all hyped for another one. In this series, I choose weapons with a specific color and do some gameplay with them. Oh, I also tend to tell a lot of crazy life story in these videos, which I will do in today's video. So if you're all excited for this video, make sure to slam that like button and leave a like for more life stories to be told on my channel. You know what? Maybe if I get enough support on this video, I might just tell you all one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me, even crazier than Crazy Rachel, within the next couple of episodes. So leave a like and let's get this story told. But with that being said, today's video is silver weapon gameplay, and let's look at the guns we'll be using throughout this gameplay. For our primary weapon of choice, we have the newly released Sub-Zero. Well, not really new, it is one of the newest weapons in this loadout, so yeah, that's our primary weapon. For our backup weapons, we have the dual revolvers. For our melee, we could have chosen a select different weapons, but I like the dual machete. I haven't really used them too much, so yeah, that's our melee weapon of choice. For the special, it's a little difficult. There really aren't any specifically silver weapons in the special section, so I chose the high voltage because it looks like it's probably the most silver one out of them. It's mostly white, and silver is pretty close to white, so yeah, that's why we chose that as our special weapon. We have the Impulse Sniper Rifle as our sniper weapon, and lastly, we have the Firestorm as our premium. I could have probably used the laser bow as well, but then again, that one is white, and this one is more grayish, and honestly, gray is closer to silver than white, so yeah, those are the weapons that we are using, and in today's video, like I said, I will not only be telling you guys one story, but a collection of different stories that are all kind of related to skiing in one way or another. Now, if you guys, whether or not you guys realized this, about a week ago, I went out to Utah to a amazing place called Park City to go skiing for the past couple of days. I went for a week, I went with my friends, and it was absolutely fantastic. Now here's the thing, if you guys have not checked out my last upload that I uploaded to my channel right before this video, then I highly recommend you guys to do so. I will link it down below at the top of the description, but in that video, I basically showed you guys one of the coolest ski trails I had ever skied on when I was out there, and it was absolutely awesome. So yeah, check that out if you want to see ExxotikGaming skiing. You know, I'm not just the gaming channel, I am also a skiing channel. Not really, that's just like a one-time thing. But yeah, it was really cool, so definitely go check that video out. But I've been skiing a lot over my past couple of years, and I have had numerous amounts of occurrences happening that have either been good, either been bad, and sometimes I've risked death quite a lot of times when I've been skiing. So here's one thing. This is a place that I generally go to a lot when I go skiing, Vermont. I used to go there the most in the past, but I've gone out west more so over the past couple of years. Last year and this year were the first years where I really went out west for winter. I always used to go to a ski resort right in the middle of Vermont, and it was absolutely fantastic. But the thing was, it was a little small, and we wanted to go out west. But some crazy things happened in Vermont when I was a little dumb child, because I didn't really understand signs too well. And well, whenever something said closed, I was like, man, I don't care about a closed sign. I'm just gonna go through this ski trail anyway. So, here's one of the things that happened when I was out there. One time, I was going on this one double black diamond. It was one of the steepest trails you will ever see on the East Coast of the United States. It was at a ridiculous degree of like 50+ degrees. It was the lift line of the ski resort that I go to. I can't tell you guys the name of the ski resort or else everybody's going to be visiting there. And I still go there for summer, but yeah, it was a extremely steep trail. The thing was, this one was closed, and, well, me being ExxotikGaming, the dumb individual that I am, I cut through some trees from another trail that's open and get out onto that ski trail. Well, my dad was skiing with me, and he went on that same trail that was open, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I'll meet you at the intersection of the two trails, the closed one and the open one. He's like, all right, Michael, whatever you say. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then I go out on the trail, right? I'm minding my own business, and this is what happens. I get stuck. And I don't just get normally stuck, I get unbelievably stuck. Okay, I don't know how this happened, but it had not snowed the entire time I was there. But, you know, you see those skiing videos where they're in that deep powder and stuff? Oh, there was deep powder. There was insane deep powder. It was like 3 feet of deep powder, and I was stuck and my skis fell off. And I'm sitting there in the middle of this extremely steep trail. And here's the thing, I had never skied out west up until that point, so I was not experienced with powder at all. I didn't know what to do. I was stuck. I couldn't get my skis back on. I couldn't even find them. It was a whole big ordeal, and the worst thing was, I was literally right underneath the chairlift. Like I said, this was the one where it was right underneath the chairlift and it was closed. And ski patrol was going up the chairlift. They saw me and they were just like, "Kid, you're gonna have to not do that anymore." And the problem was, once I finally got my stuff, I got my skis back on, I got back down, and luckily it was the end of the day, but the ski patrol was there waiting for me with my dad, and then they took my lift tickets, and that really sucked. Luckily, it was the second to last day of my trip, and I really didn't miss too much, but yeah, life lesson learned, don't go on the ski trails that are closed. But here's the thing, I still didn't learn my lesson. I didn't learn my lesson, and then the next year, I'm back. I'm being, well, actually, no, actually, as a matter of fact, this next year, I didn't do anything stupid like that. I just went backcountry. I don't know if you guys know what backcountry skiing or snowboarding is, but it's where you're not really on actual ski trails. Backcountry ski and snowboarding is where you're just going off the trail, and you're going in an area where the ski patrol doesn't actually patrol. So, the thing is, if you're in this area, and you fall, you may fall off a cliff or something like that, you're pretty much screwed because they don't have to save you. Obviously, they will try to rescue you, but they technically don't have to because you are not inside their boundaries. So, I'm sitting there in Vermont, and I see everybody else going in the backcountry. I've seen it on YouTube videos and stuff, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna try it myself. And there's this one little hiking trail that I always go on in summer, and it's a really narrow hiking trail. To give you guys an idea of how steep it is, it goes up 1,000 feet in about a half a mile, so that's unbelievably steep, and, well, some people have skied down it before in the past, and I was like, oh, I'm 11, I can ski really freaking well, and obviously I've seen all these amazing ski edits of people doing this thing, and, I'm the 11-year-old who's from Florida who thinks I can actually ski as well as those people, and, I try to go on that, and, it just goes downhill from the second I go underneath the rope out to the backcountry. So, I get over there, I'm going down the trail, and, the thing is, I've never been there in winter. I've only been there in summer, and I lose my way. I don't know where I am. I'm completely lost. Usually, there's like a little offshoot trail that takes you back to the resort near the bottom, but I completely missed that because I don't even know where the heck I am, and I end up on a freaking road. Where the worst part is, there were cars driving on it, so I literally had to dodge cars all the way back for like 2 miles down this freaking road before I got back to the resorts. It was unbelievably scary. I was like 11 or 12, and it was really interesting. I mean, I'm perfectly fine now. I didn't hit anything. No car ran me over, so everything was okay, but it was an interesting experience, to say the least, considering I definitely took a wrong turn, an extreme wrong turn, and life lesson learned, don't take a wrong turn, even if you weren't intending on doing it. Just don't take a wrong turn and everything should be okay. But even still, I still didn't learn my... Actually, as a matter of fact, I should say my counselor didn't learn his lesson. Okay, so this is basically what happened. The resort that I go to, they have ski camp. It's just like a summer camp kinda, but you're skiing and you just learn how to ski with a bunch of other kids your age and your level and stuff like that. As with most ski resorts at least have in the US. So, I was sitting there, ski camp. There are 9 levels in this ski camp. I believe I was on like level 7 at this point or something like that. And I'm sitting there with my counselor. We're getting along. We're having a great time. And he's like, all right, guys, we're going to take you on this one thing called Mustache Glades or something like that. And I'm just like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. He's like, here's the thing. It's technically not a real glade. It's just a trail. It's kind of off the side of one of the mountains. And what you do is you have to just follow me and everything should be okay. Well, me being the stupid little, I think I was 12 or 13 at this point, I go ahead of him, and I'm still going down the glades. Here, I was seeing ski marks, so I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going the right way. And, I end up falling in a hole. And it's not just your ordinary hole that you fall into. This thing was unbelievable. This hole was like 6 feet deep, and at this point, I was a little over 5 feet tall, so I was completely covered. And this is the worst part. My counselor wasn't much of a counselor. He didn't even freaking care. He goes up to me. Everybody else is skiing past me. I'm feeling like I'm gonna get buried alive from all this snow that's above me. And it's deep snow. It's hard snow. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm definitely going to suffocate and die here. This is the end of Exotic Gaming. Well, technically, the end of Michael, because Exotic Gaming didn't exist at this point. But, yeah, I'm sitting there. Counselor comes up to me. And he looks down, looks in the hole, and I'm like, hello? Can you freaking help me, please? And he's just like, I'll see you at the bottom. And I'm just like, what? You're gonna just see me at the bottom? You're just gonna leave me there? And he's just like, yeah, that's fine. And, he just leaves me. And here's the thing. People keep going past me. People that aren't even part of my group, they don't even care. They just keep skiing past. Everything is just perfectly fine for them. There's just this little kid that's stuck in a hole that's right past them. And then eventually this one old guy comes up to me. He looks down and he's just like, well, Sonny, you're stuck in this hole. And I'm just like, yes, I've been here for like 5-10 minutes or so. And then he finally gets me out. He helps dig me out. And we get down to the bottom. And the counselor's sitting there waiting for me. And he doesn't say, oh my god, are you okay? Or, oh, that was intense. He asks, what took you so long? I'm like, oh my god, you're the worst freaking counselor ever. And, yeah, that was another insane story of basically what happened. But that is not even the most insane thing that's happened yet, guys, when skiing. This past little ski vacation was probably the closest I ever came to at least really severely hurting myself when I went skiing. I don't even know if I mentioned it on Twitter or anything. I think I just kind of have not mentioned it to anybody. But, yeah, I came really close to really hurting myself this little trip here out to Park City in Utah. Now, Park City, by the way, is absolutely fantastic. It's merged with another resort called Canyons, and it is the biggest ski resort in the entire United States. I go to another place called Big Sky in Montana, and that's another massive ski resort, and it's great. I love that place, but Park City is even bigger. It's absolutely insane how big. Like, you have to take like 10 ski lifts to get over to the other side of the mountain, and you have to plan your time wisely or else you're gonna get stuck, and there's no taxis that are gonna take you back, so you're kind of screwed. Gonna sit there on the other side of the mountain. Everybody just left this match, so I'm gonna have to join into something else. But I'm sitting there with my friend, and my friend and I are known to do some pretty stupid things. I might actually tell you guys in a future Colored Weapon gameplay some other numerous events that have happened in the past with me and my friend. I'm gonna just call him John. So me and my friend John, we go out. I actually go with his family, and well, technically his dad, his mom doesn't go, but it doesn't really matter. That's not important to the story. And I go skiing with him. His dad is not that good of a skier, so he goes skis by himself. So I'm sitting there with my friend, and this is actually, at this point, I think we are in Deer Valley. This story happens in Deer Valley. We were staying in the city of Park City, and we visited the Park City ski resort. But the thing is, right near Salt Lake City in Utah, there's a bunch of different ski resorts right next to each other, and one of them is Deer Valley, which we skied at for the first 2 days. And I was there, and I was on the most intense ski runs in that entire ski resort called the Daily Shoots, D-A-L-Y. You can actually search them up on YouTube if you really want to. And here's the thing. I'm not satisfied with just a standard shoot, this standard little steep, narrow trail down the side of a mountain where there's cliffs on either side. I have to go look for something more. And this is what me, the dumb person that I am, does. I see these trees on the side, and they're just as steep as the regular side of the cliff. And I'm like, John, I kind of want to go on the freaking trees. And he's just like, dude, don't do it. And I don't listen. I don't listen. And that's probably the dumbest mistake I've ever done in my entire life. Because here's the thing. This is what happens. I go on the trees, and I'm doing well for the first, like, 30 seconds. And then I get to a cliff. And the problem was I was facing the wrong way. This is what ends up, it's going to be really difficult to exactly explain what happens, and anything I say is a very big underestimate of exactly what happened. You have to have really been there to see exactly what happens. Obviously, you guys weren't, so I'm going to try my best to explain what happens. I'm sitting there, and I'm at the edge of a cliff, and I'm facing parallel down to the horizontal of the slope. I'm not facing directly down the slope, I'm facing to the side, and I'm trying to see if I should go left or right. I can't go right, which is the direction I was facing, because there were a bunch of trees that were blocking my path that way. This cliff was about 12 feet high, about, is that 4 meters high, and I had to turn left to go back out on the trail. And I was really stupid because I didn't realize what you can do is you can actually manually turn your skis around and kind of like dig into the snow so you don't end up falling down the cliff. Well, me, seeing all these YouTube videos on how people are kind of in these same situations, I try to do a 180-degree turn, jump, and turn my freaking skis around and land at the top of this cliff where there's ice there too. Well, I land, I hit the ice, my skis land on top of one another, and needless to say, I end up falling off of the cliff. And that's not the only point. I slide down this cliff, my back is all scraped up, I slam into a tree. Thank God I have a freaking helmet on because my helmet slams right into this tree and then I keep on going. One of my skis gets stuck into the ground and I'm sliding down at like 20 miles an hour down this super steep slope right towards these other massive trees. And these trees in comparison to real life size are much bigger than these palm trees if you could imagine these things in real life. They're about double the diameter of this palm tree, so imagine them double this diameter in real life, and they were about as far apart as from here to here. And somehow, I just barely slid in between the two. If I had not slid in between those two trees, I could have easily broken a leg or an arm or something. I could have broken my rib cage, and I would have been completely screwed because I was way up at the top of the mountain. And I miraculously slide right in between those two trees and land far down below at the bottom of those trees, that chute that's down there. And absolutely insane. I'm sitting there dazed, like, what the heck just happened? My friend is just like, dude, that was sick. And I'm just like, I could have died. And all you say is that was sick. But needless to say, he did ski all the way back down to the bottom of the mountain, and then he goes all the way to the top of that treed area again to try to retrieve my skis. And by that point, I had hiked up the mountain to get those skis. And yeah, needless to say, pretty freaking insane. And I'm still here. I'm still alive. I had a bunch of videos pre-recorded these 2 weeks ago while I was on vacation. And if you just saw a bunch of days where I just didn't record, then I probably had died or something like that. So if I ever say I'm on a ski vacation and I don't tell you guys beforehand that I'm not pre-recording or something like that, and then I don't post for like 4 or 5 days or so, then I've probably ended up like falling off a cliff or something like that. But let's just hope that never happens. When is my next ski vacation? Not until this next winter, so many months, and then the chaos will happen again. And I'll sure have some more stories for you guys to tell you all, and hopefully Exotic Gaming won't die. But if that does happen, somebody post a RIP Exotic Gaming video, please. Somebody care about me. And yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. So I'm actually looking at the time now, and we're already like 17.5 minutes into this video, guys. I cannot believe how long this video has already been. It's a little crazy when you're telling a story how much time flies. But I have some other crazy stories about Vermont when I was in summer there, in summer camp, and I could tell you guys those stories in another video. I do have some other crazy stories like the one that I told you guys at the beginning of the video. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys would like to see one of the craziest stories I've ever had happen to me. Well, it's not really a story, but like a thing that's happened to me before. I don't know if you guys want to see it. Just leave a like and let's see what happens. Anyways, yeah, guys, I'm done with this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I don't even know how the gameplay turned out. I was so engrossed in this story. I hope the gameplay was alright, but if not, then we will have to get even better gameplay in the next Colored Weapon gameplay. Be sure to go check out the video, like I said, that is linked at the top of the description. I believe I've won most of the matches that I was in. I'm not entirely sure, but hey, I won that one, so that one's pretty good. But yeah, we had some great gameplay, great weapons, and I believe if I check my armory right now, I can probably get, hey, I can hatch an egg. So yeah, thank you all for watching. We got a deer. That's completely unnecessary. Oh, another egg. I've gotten a dog. Wow, that's just great. Hey, look at this, guys. Egg opening number 3, am I right? Oh, God. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, we got a completely unnecessary pets, and there we go. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure to go check out some of the other Colored Weapon gameplays if you guys have not done so already, especially Turquoise Weapon gameplay, Space Weapon gameplay, and Ricochet Weapon gameplay. Those ones are insane. I've talked about a girl that almost tried to kill me, in case you guys have not checked those out already. Her name is Crazy Rachel. Freaking insane, psychotic girl. But yeah, you might want to go check those ones out. I'm not forcing you, but it's probably a good idea to do so. And comment down below any ideas you do have for other future colored weapon gameplays that I post on my channel. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all right after I get a little montage clip feed here with my Firestorm. Let's go. Come on. Get the Firestorm kill. Go, go, go. Don't kill me, please. I can get the kills. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's go get this guy. Bam! Okay, one more shot, I think, and then I can kill this guy. One more shot, that's it. God dang it, I died. But whatever, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.